If you want to learn how to make a simple free part 4x4 closure with a customized hairline, then this is the tutorial you need, especially as a beginner. Also, it is important that you watch this video to the end because I'll be sharing some tips. So the first thing you want to do is to draw your blueprint, especially as a beginner. This tutorial is a beginner-friendly tutorial, so you need your blueprint, which is going to serve as a guide during the process of ventilation. So we're making a 4x4 closure. So the first thing you're going to do is to measure a 4 inches length and 4 inches width as well. That's what I am doing here. So we're going to have a perfect square, right? Now the next thing to do is to measure 1 inch, which is going to be your hairline. So you're going to use your ruler to measure that. Of course, you know your lace closure is not going to be rectangular in shape, especially at the edge at the back. So you use anything that has a curved edge to mark out that curve, just the way I'm doing in the video. Now it is time to construct the hairline. The first thing you want to do is to locate the midpoint, right? And after that, you divide your hairline into 2. It is time to carve out the shape of the hairline that we want. If you're somebody that does not like a customized hairline, you don't have to do this part that I am doing right now. So the first thing you want to do is to divide it into 2. So when you have 4 inches, you're going to divide it into 2 equal parts. That's going to give you 2 inches on the left hand side and 2 inches on the right hand side. Okay, so you locate your middle point, you divide it into 2. And each of the halves, you divide them into 2 as well, into 2 equal parts. So the first thing you do is you divide the breadth or the width of your hairline into 2. Then the other half, the 2 equal halves, you divide them into 2 equal halves as well. Then you connect the dots just like I am doing. I have other detailed tutorial on this channel that can show you how to do this. So I don't want to waste much time on this part. Just watch what I am doing. Now, the midpoint of the first half and the midpoint of the second half will join at the midpoint of the entire 4 inches. Do you get what I'm saying? So your first half is going to be 2 inches. So when you divide it into 2, that's 1. So 0.1 of the first half and 0.1 of the other half will join at the center. Now, carving out this hairline shape is not compulsory. If you do not want to go to the stress of doing this, just leave the straight line as it is, okay? So the next thing you want to do is to make sure that you pin your lace properly on the blueprints that you have drawn. Your blueprint is just a guide, so you need to place your lace on it. So when you want to place your lace on your blueprint, ensure that the lines, the area where the holes are arranged on a straight line is the one you're using for your length. Don't worry, when you get your lace, you will see that the holes are arranged on a straight line on one side, and on the other side, that part is not as straight as the first side. So the part where the holes are arranged on a straight line is where you use to construct your length. And we do this because if you want to construct a middle part closure, it will be easier for you to just pick one line in the middle to use as your middle part. Okay, so at this point I'm already ventilating, so I'm using my double split knot method of ventilation. If you don't know how to do the double split knot method of ventilation, don't worry, I'll be linking a video on how to do the double split knot method of ventilation in the description, or it's going to show somewhere on the screen after this tutorial. So ensure you watch the video. The double split method of ventilation is the most durable among all the methods of ventilation. And if you look closely, you can see that I am doing the diagonal pattern. I'm not going vertically or horizontally. I'm going in the diagonal pattern of ventilation. Now, when you're done with the line you're ventilating on, the next thing you do is to skip one line and go to the line after the line. So what we do is we pick a line that we want to ventilate on. Then we'll ventilate one O, you skip the next O beside it, you ventilate on the next, you skip the next O. When you're done with the line you have chosen, you skip one entire line that is directly beside or immediately after the line you just ventilated on. Then you go to the next one. So you ventilate one line, you leave the next line, you ventilate one line, you leave the next line. And on the line you are ventilating, you ventilate on one O, you skip the next O. That is the appropriate spacing for your lace closure ventilation. This is how far I've gone with the 4x4 closure, and if you look closely you can see that I've been doing the diagonal pattern of ventilation to this point. So I'll just keep going like this in connecting the line from here to here, and when I get to this point I'll connect it like this as well till I get to this point. The ventilation spacing for this place is different, so that is why we already marked it out. This is the hairline. Okay, so you just keep ventilating from here to here, just connecting the lines to each other. And I'm still using the double split knotting method of ventilation. I'll ventilate on one O and skip the next O. So if you look closely, this is the line I just finished. So the line immediately after it, I will not be ventilating on that, and I'll go to the next line. On the line I have chosen as well, I'll ventilate on one O, I'll skip the next O and ventilate on the next O. So you do one O, one line spacing. You ventilate on one O, you skip the one beside it, then you go to the one after. And when you're done with that line, you skip the line beside it, then you go to the one after it. Now I am done with the body of this 4x4 closure. It is a free parts closure, so there is no middle part, as you can see here. Now the next thing I want to do now is to ventilate the hairline. So for this part of the hairline, you can see the hairline was divided into two halves. So for this first half of the hairline, I'm going to ventilate just 1 to 2 strands of hair here. Within this first half, 1 to 2 strands. And for this other half, I must ventilate just 1 strand of hair, so that there's going to be a more natural effect at the hairline. So here 1 to 2 strands, but to this other half is going to be just 1 strand. Okay, so this part here, I'm not ventilating inside, and I'm not ventilating inside this part because this is the shape I'm trying to create for my hairline. But if you're not trying to create any shape, you know you will not bother constructing this extra thing I did here. So you just ventilate like that to the front. But the other half of your hairline should be just 1 strand of hair. Here 1 to 2 strands, here 1 strand. Okay, so one thing that can help you is, if you don't mind, you can actually like create your boundaries. You can ventilate round like this so that you know where to stop, or you can continue the way you've been doing it from the back, just ventilating like that and knowing when to stop. So it's totally up to you, but just make sure you're sticking to the number of strands you're supposed to ventilate in different sections of the hair. Okay, I'm done ventilating the 4x4 closure, and this is what it looks now. You can see the hairline. I didn't ventilate on this spot because of the shape I was trying to create. Okay, so this is the final result. So I'll remove it from the paper, from the canvas blockhead, and I'll show you what it looks like without the paper underneath. Now this is the lace closure without the paper underneath. You can see how nice it looks. Look at the hairline. Look at it. Then this is what it looks like on the inside. And if you look closely, you can see that the point where I attached the pin, you can see the holes are bigger and more pronounced. Can you see? Can you see? One of my viewers made a comment on one of my videos. She talked about T-pins and how it can actually tear a lace closure, and that is actually true if you're not very careful while you're using a T-pin. Because if you're not very careful while you're using a T-pin, you can actually rip your lace, because the bottom of this T-pin can actually rip the lace when you are combing or when you any form of tension on the lace. If you're using a T-pin, can actually cause this point of the T-pin to rip your lace. So what you want to do is to make sure that if you know you cannot work well with a T-pin, use another kind of T-pin. You can use other kinds of pins that don't have this kind of bottom. Also, if you want to use your T-pin, make sure that you're just pinning the edges. This point now, everything here is going to be cut away because it's not part of the closure. So if you look closely, you can see I didn't use the T-pin on the major part of the closure. I just used it at the edges, just to pin it down to the canvas blockhead. So that will be all for this video. If you're here to subscribe, kindly remember to subscribe and watch other videos on hair ventilation. I have other detailed tutorials on hair ventilation, especially for beginners. Now this particular hair that I used in the ventilation of this lace closure was from a particular old wig. So I'll be making a new wig from that hair. Since I've already made the closure, I'll be making a new wig. So I'll be linking the video of the wig I made using this closure in the description, or you can find the link to the video on the screen. So just kindly watch the video and see how I used this closure in the making of a wig. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video.